And we continue now with our great American panel. All right, let's just stand back and look at the big picture here. The cestake matter, the difficulty, they can't answer the basic questions. We got 36 days, we got an oil spill, and they don't have any answers on that. It seems the president's poll numbers are the lowest they've ever been at 42%. We're heading into an important midterm election. You see problems in a number of states where the Democrats did not anticipate problems. What are they thinking now in the White House tonight, Ralph?
I don't know what Penny's going to say to this, but I talk to prominent Democrats off the record.
Can't believe they talk to you.
Well,
me either.
I have friends on both sides of the aisle, but they say that it's borderline panic, and I think that particularly on the left, the mishandling and the botched approach to the oil spill is indefensible. Because you mentioned earlier the fact that he never went to Nashville. This was $1 billion in economic damage, Sean. It was the worst flood in the Tennessee Valley in 500 years. He never even showed up.
Never showed up.
There was no plan to deal with this. They outsourced it to BP. They started attacking BP and trying to scapegoat him.
If the weather forecasts are correct and that Gulf Stream takes it around the coast of Miami, the Miami beaches and heads up the eastern seaboard of this country and hits every beach along the way, I don't see how he recovers from this. This is the worst environmental disaster, and they did nothing from day one. Nothing. They can repeat the mantra and the talking point all they want. We were there from day one. They haven't done a thing.
But they have, Sean.
Nothing.
I mean, they have, Sean. They have 1,000
Where are the
boats. There are over 2 million miles worth of booms. Is it enough? No. I mean, this is a catastrophe
Bobby
we have
Jindal
never
is
seen.
begging for help,
we
and
have never
it's not been forthcoming.
And it is there. Does it need to be better? And does it need to be more? And does it need to be more efficient and more effective?
Let me ask you as a Democrat,
but it's there. But when you say there's been absolutely nothing, that's just false.
I find this amazing. Everything is somebody else's fault.
No,
Everything is Bush's fault. Chris Dodd is on with Imus today. It's Bush's fault this thing happened.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that they have an ownership of responsibility, but they're also having to work with BP. They can't separate themselves from BP.
Engineers sat
they need
on permits to come up with innovations to deal.
We're supposed to address it with the NOAA plan, which we paid money for to implement at a slow burn.
He should. President Obama should be able to walk on the water and get over there and fix it himself, because that's what I've learned. From his,
well, he did set himself up to be a messiah-like figure.
Hope and change doesn't fix this.
He said he would heal the planet and cause the oceans to recede.
Yeah, we just need a little bit more mud, cement, golf balls, top hats, top
And here's the problem. Remember the Dan Aykroyd line from Ghostbusters? I've been in the real world. They demand results. That's what happens when a law school lecturer from Chicago becomes president.
Oh,
he actually has to deliver, and he can't leave.
I think the political problems the Democrats face are monumental at this point, and I think they are in a panic. All right, if I don't do this, Gutfeld's going to freak out. He's not a fan of Dave Matthews. Here's what Matthews had to say.
Too bad if we have to pay a little extra money for gasoline, if we have to pay a little extra money for coal, or if we have to curb our appetite with what we pull out of the ocean. That's what we have to do, or else we're giving up on our children.
Oh, and by the way, you have to ride your bicycle if you don't have a busy schedule like him.
Yeah, he's worth $250 million. He flies around the world in expensive jets, and he's telling us that we have to cut back. This is a guy whose tour bus dumped thousands of pounds of sewage on innocent people when he was cleaning out his bus over a bridge. This guy has no right to be lecturing anybody. On top of that, he called the United States a racist country about 4 or 5 months ago. He's an idiot. Everything he says, the opposite is correct.
I think he's just entertaining.
Here's what's really troubling.
No,
not that a Hollywood movie star or rock star would say that, but that the President of the United States is on record saying the same thing.
Oh,
in an on-the-record interview, he said on cap and tax that people are just going to have to pay more for electricity.
Last word, Penny.
I think Dave Matthews is stick to entertainment. I mean, again, to be lectured on energy policy by someone who travels around.
Does that go for Al Gore, too, who we caught off his private Gulf Stream?
You love that story.
Yes,
you love that video.
The correct answer is yes.
The correct answer is he should shut up, too?
No, I think he's doing very fine with how he's doing.
Oh, okay.
You just love that story too much.
You got a pass tonight.
Okay.
That is all the time we have left. Thank you all for being with us, and thank you for being with us. Greta's next, standing by to go live on the record tonight. Greta, take it away.
Sean, thank you. Tonight, President Obama orders troops